I'll tweet this.
Wait, what are we tweeting?
I'm gonna tweet.
Hi.
Hello? Hi. Hey, Nick.
Hey.
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
Did Adam tell you I was coming by?
No.
Oh,
Hi.
shit, I'm sorry.
Why?
Yeah, well, I'm dropping
What's
off my
up?
keys so he can go feed.
Oh, where are you going?
Are you
we're
camming?
we're live. Yes!
We're answering questions. We're not doing any.
We're doing like a
indecent
Red
things.
Scare
Okay, well,
live stream. Yeah.
there's a cat
We
in my
just
apartment.
started.
Adam said he would feed
Okay, where are you going?
it. I'm going out of town for a couple days. This one, these are the two keys. So this one's the outside, the orange one's
Okay.
whatever. I'm sure we can
Yeah.
clarify over text.
We'll figure it out. Thank
yeah.
you.
It's like new, so if he wants to, I'll
The
text
cat.
him. Yeah, if he wants to like just like hang out with it. For a
Yeah,
while.
we'll hang out with it, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Nick.
Bye.
I was scared that it was Max. I was like, oh god.
I thought it was someone, like one of our fans coming to murder us. So 5 people maybe saw that. Hi. Yeah, people can talk with us on here.
Okay.
But we'll see how the Twitter feed works out. So the 5 people watching, you just missed Nick Mullen busting in here.
Yeah, too bad. Looking forward to getting sex murdered.
I literally was like the second we went live, I was like, oh my god, one of our haters is here. They've tracked our location.
Got us.
We're gonna start reading questions in like 20 minutes or so.
Oh yeah. In the meantime,
we're gonna look at our phones
Yeah.
and talk amongst ourselves. It really is just Brooklyn is just a podcasting hub.
yeah.
Where we bust into each other's houses like Kramer. You don't watch Seinfeld, so you don't
Say
good.
racist things.
We look great.
Yeah. Wait, I think I just finished.
Oh, now there's 31 people watching.
Oops. All right. Hold on, 31 people.
Anna dressed on theme though, no burqa. I'll
No
tip
burqa.
10 tokes if you say the N-word. Not gonna happen. You both look great. Thank you. They love it. They're loving it. 56. Wow. They love us. They really love us. Oh, I was going to tweet the link too so people can participate.
Oh yeah, true. The rat tail is going great. I'm gonna grow it out probably, even though I like my look, but only so that I can appeal to a conservative audience. Because I think that they would look at me and be like, who's this queer pinko commie, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah. Well, people are watching.
Yeah.
They really love us.
Can they watch with all the shit up, or?
I just put this over it because it's lagging and it's...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is,
We don't even need the Twitter.
yeah,
This is
fine.
This is fine enough, yeah.
If it starts working, it starts working, but... Okay, Anna, where did you get your adorable tank? People want to know.
It's a dress. It's from Urban Outfitters.
Where else?
Oh,
Collarbones. I'm gay, come to Australia. This is turning out great.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats, Anna, on the Senate finding that there was no Russian collusion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Surprise, surprise. Yeah, that's exciting. I was informed that there were 3 separate investigations going on. So that's only for one of them. I think that's for the Mueller.
I heard that Mueller is not going to find anything. Or rather, there was some Russian collusion, but he found out that there was way more Israeli collusion, and that's why he's like stalling.
Wait,
on the report.
seriously? Like, actually, seriously?
That's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe the United States is colluding with Israel. Incredible. Shocking. Didn't see that one coming.
Shocking.
Hmm.
Do I wish I was more drunk right now? Yes. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. We just went live a little preemptively.
Yeah.
So that people could, we could accrue listeners.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing well. 109.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them coming. I've revised my number. If somebody wants to like Venmo me like $5,000, I will show my tits.
And they look great.
They look great. Can you guys see my baby bump? Just kidding. I ate a lot of Trader Joe's snacks. What else are they saying?
The R star on the stream. Luke T is watching. We would never even say that word.
Yeah,
so.
That's not a word that enters into our vocabulary.
I just told Anna about Ryan Adams getting canceled, but I didn't read it.
I haven't read the piece, but I'm really shocked.
Are you shocked? Because he's so
irrelevant now, that's all. It's like Meatloaf getting canceled. I'm not like shocked because I'm such a huge fan of Ryan Adams.
Yeah. I don't even read them anymore. I just take people's word for it.
Now this is really somebody coming in to sex murder us.
Is it Nick?
Is it Nick?
Is Socks still alive? Who's Socks?
Is that's a Bill Clinton cat? The cat?
Oh. Adam's doing okay. Don't talk about my boyfriend. None of mind your own business. How about that?
125. That's good.
Yeah. Wow, it's working. I pulled it off.
Yeah. Oh, so we basically just look into the question.
You can look into that camera too. Is that Alla Pugachewa?
Yeah. The song is actually about an actress.
Oh, beautiful.
It is. It's about this artist who falls in love with an actress, and then he like sells his house and all his canvases to buy her a million roses, which seems like a bad idea to like woo to woo a woman who should have just Me Too'd her.
We just got a question.
Okay.
We might as well take it, I guess.
Yeah.
Are the men who've been the biggest philanderers, pervs, addicts, and gamblers in their past, short of psychopathic behavior, if they get it out of the way early enough, go through the hurt, shame, and rehabilitation, might they then become the best dads and family men, the most loyal men in the world? Maybe amazing husbands? Is Louis C.K. the greatest dad?
I sure hope that's true.
I don't. I think once a sociopath, always a sociopath.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
No redemption.
Are they asking whether or not men can go through that change, or
if it's better for men to be sociopathic early on in life, and if that's indicative of them sort of processing it and then becoming more suitable trad?
I hope so. I mean, I think there's hope for everyone. after years and years of...
Someone said, did Matt Mondana write that question?
Yeah.
No, it was not Matt Mondana.
Live from Athens.
There's no hope for him.
Yeah, there's no hope. But you would hope that you, like, get your sociopathy out, like, earlier on so that you don't die alone. Because, like, the reality for men who don't get their shit together later on in life is, like, pathetic. I mean, they think that they have more time because women are operating under, like, the biological clock. But... it's really sad to be like some old guy with an unbuttoned shirt in Cyprus, like dating 19-year-old women who only love you for your money.
It's true.
It's sad.
It's really sad. I got all my sociopathy out of the way real early.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best way to do it. Any other good questions?
I turn 40 tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Mazel.
Aquarius. Anna, are you on the spectrum?
No.
Not at all.
I don't think I'm on the spectrum.
She's not on the spectrum at all. She's really good at eye contact.
Yeah, and I would yeah, I would never brag about being on the spectrum if I was.
Should we take our friend's question?
Yeah, sure.
I suffer from alcoholism and flew off the wagon again this weekend on a date. I went home with this guy and kept drinking and eventually blacked out. I acted mentally ill, but probably hot, fun, and funny too. Anyways, I got ghosted and feel embarrassed and need tips on. Sorry. I need tips on how to get my power and integrity back after a little transgression.
It sounds like she's going through a moral hangover.
Yeah.
I think you'll be fine.
It'll pass. Oftentimes when I get chaotically drunk, I feel like my life is on trial the next day, especially if I do coke.
Yeah.
And that's just a normal part of the rhythms of life.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably did act hot and cool.
Yeah, and you have no indication that he ghosted you because you were a drunk mess. He could have ghosted you for any number of reasons, which, like, men ghost women all the time. Happy birthday, Maddie. There, I've done it.
Opinion on ContraPoints. I don't know what that is.
I just learned who that is today. It's like
What's ContraPoints?
It's like a spectrum trans girl who espouses like political conspiracy theories on YouTube, I believe. I'm gonna look into this because she might be a good guest.
Oh, my tread flag, I should say, was made by my friend Allison Peary. There's only one, and it's a precious art object.
It's gorgeous.
I hope everyone is having a nice night. Hi, ladies. My ex has looked at all my Instagram stories for the past few months with the profile name to keep in touch, and this is after I blocked her main. She says she wants me to forget about her, but she always gives me something to remind me of her. What's the deal? 28-year-old American male.
She's lying?
What?
Well, I mean, women often say one thing and mean another.
Of course.
No woman wants to be forgotten, and no woman wants you to, like, stop calling them. We all would prefer that you were, like, psychologically on the hook with us forever as we, like, triumphed and prospered.
Sorry. I have to take this text with our IT guy, Chris Habib, who designed our beautiful interface. If some of you could tweet at me at Nobody Stop Me.
Yeah.
No pressure, but if you're on Twitter anyway.
Dasha, do you get notifications?
We have a tweet.
Or only for this?
No, I have noties.
Okay. I'm just going to stare into my phone.
Yeah, excuse us. Do we feel bad about the Lena Dunham thing? No, why would we?
No, we're like fans of Lena Dunham to some extent. I mean, I am. I've been very honest about the fact
we had that whole episode with Dan where we talked about how much we liked girls.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a talented person. Tiny Furniture and Girls were legitimately good and, like, borderline genius. And her main problem is that she started apologizing and playing up to the woke caucus, which she didn't have to do. Though she's rich, so who am I to talk?
She was born rich, though.
Do you guys think that public narratives of sexual trauma are sometimes shared to gratify a masochistic impulse to humiliate oneself while simultaneously eliciting pity and sympathy? Sure, but I think it's more cynical.
It sounds like you already know the answer to that question, buddy.
Let's see. Anna and Nick, right? I love that. It's not going to happen, but I'm going to keep stoking the rumors. He was just up in here, and he did take a gander at my rack, so you can draw your own conclusions.
Dasha, how do I come out to my family as a wannabe indie darling? How do I get started? Well, thank you both in my Oscar speech. It took my parents a really long time to come around to my destiny as an indie darling. I would just start on your own, start doing those student films, get on Actors Access or Backstage.com, get on those casting couches, and then let your family figure it out later.
And there's always sex work if you
There's
don't
always
succeed.
sex work or podcasting or camming.
Yeah. Let's see. Anna, have you considered joining the YPJ? Yes, I would do it. It's the hottest
Yeah.
modeling agency. It's better than Midlands. Those chicks are hot. They have great skin and they don't even need to wear any makeup.
Yeah, true.
What is your favorite Camille Paglia outtake? Outtake? What does that mean? Like when she's like wrong or falls on her face?
Or maybe they just mean take.
Take. Favorite. My favorite Camille Paglia take is that society isn't merely oppressive; it also protects you from the chaos of nature. Duh.
What is the official Red Scare stance on ISIS? Well, my dog is great. I love her a lot.
We love her.
She smells so good to me. She smells like a puppy. She's a little needy. Sometimes I fantasize about giving her away just to my parents, not like Lena Dunham giving her away.
Yeah, that's one of my bigger objections.
The animal
stuff, which Dorit does on this season's Real Housewives.
She gives a dog away.
Yeah, one of
No.
Lisa Vanderpump's dogs, and there's a
What?
whole scandal. Yeah, she claims that the dog bit her and her children, which she just didn't want the responsibility of taking care of a needy dog.
Lisa loves her dogs too.
I have a first date tomorrow, but I've been having diarrhea all day today. Worried it will continue through tomorrow. Advice for going on a first date with diarrhea. Never forget the power of magical thinking. We willed our fashion
True.
week into existence. Maybe your diarrhea will disappear if you just like hope for it to happen.
Eat bananas. I don't like toilet talk for the record,
Yeah.
but bananas are supposed to be good. Someone just
You can
retracted.
retract
Coward.
Yeah.
Coward. Let's see if the Twitter feed's working. No. Whatever. This is fine.
Yeah, the chat is fine.
My boyfriend is very nice and caring, but he's more or less asexual, isn't super funny, and I don't really like his friends. Are these things worth looking past?
Yeah, those are
No.
very big problems.
Yeah, don't look past that. That sucks.
Yeah, those are serious.
You
If
should
you don't like
you should be
his-
fucking and laughing and not spending time with people you don't like.
Yes, yeah.
Anna, will you say that guy's name?
Tyler Snoot. You're gay.
Venmo her.
Yeah, Venmo me, you guys. I'm broke. What is the official Red Scare take on the diminishing rate of profit? I don't know. The last time I studied economics was like over a decade ago. I'm going to pass on that one. What do you think of Lala and Billy Lee's fight on Vanderpump? I haven't seen that part yet. Have you?
I'm not caught up at all.
Yeah, I can't wait. I didn't know there was a fight. I'm so excited. I'm creaming my panties. Anna, what do you think of Rachel Bloom? I don't know who that is.
Never heard of her. Was the Gauntlet Chang party less magical this time? The party, yes, but the show was great. Every piece was beautiful. Loved it.
Do you guys watch hentai? I like the aesthetics, but I don't watch it for like sexual release.
I have.
And
but
did it
not
work
not
for
my
you?
fave.
I'm half Jewish, half Irish, high T straight male. Would you date that ethnic mix? Jews and Irish are the funniest ethnic groups after the blacks. So yes, probably. Bisexual men do not exist. True or false? True. They're just sexual opportunists and like attention. They're pansexual.
Is Gucci canceled? No.
No. Again, $5,000 for the tit. Advice for coping with the emotional turmoil of grad school: consider dropping out. There's no money.
Not worth it.
Yeah. Who's your favorite Real Housewives of New Jersey cast member? Oh, that's tough. I know that Camille Paglia's is Tamra Barney.
I don't know.
I don't know. I kind
Who's
of
the one that went to jail?
Luann, Countess Luann. I love Bethany Frankel because she's really smart and skinny.
Skinny girl.
Yeah.
Skinny girl Marg.
But I also have a soft spot for Dorit, who's insufferable in every way, and has like bad fashion, but she's like so great. Mm.
Did we read the salon piece canceling Vanessa Place for being an edgelord? I did.
I did, and it was ridiculous.
Stupid.
They're just jealous she's funny. Tips for seducing an older Russian man?
Damn. My sort of fake uncle, my parents' like family friend, once told me when I was in high school that the two things that a woman needs are nice shoes and nice nails.
Yeah,
and those were really important for Russian men.
My main tip for seducing an older Russian man is just be slightly more sober than he is. And he'll probably get with you. Why do I come to resent men I'm with that aren't as successful as me? Why do I resent men I'm with, period? Well, the latter I can't really answer. That you probably need a therapist for that. But every woman wants a man to take care of her.
I think it's a guy.
Oh, it is.
Carl, unless it's a pseudonym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got nothing.
My thoughts on Toronto: very clean, very nice.
I'll
great.
show feet if someone owes me $100. I have a low bar. Carl, you're a girl. Maybe you're lesbian.
Or I think that you like it's nice when a man takes you out and takes care of you, and you know that if he knocks you up, he'll pay for the abortion. Of course, you would resent a man who's like riding your coattails. That's natural. What age is the oldest you'll date? That's
like how old is Welbeck? I mean,
yeah. Would you date a Russian mafia guy? No. Mafia guys are really terrifying and gross.
They have little bangs.
Yeah.
Thank you for being receptive to the lady from PETA in that one up. Veganism is often unnecessarily derided in left circles. No problem.
Mazel. Is it natural to resent a woman riding your coattail? Yeah, to some extent, but if she does womanly domestic things and issues sexual favors, then you're fine. Have you ever thought about acting in a movie together? We actually did act in a movie together.
Not together, but we both happened to be in it. It's called PVT Chat. It's actually about cam girls.
Yeah. I play an art critic. Dasha plays the cam girl.
Yeah.
Woo. Let's see.
Should I develop further my friendship with someone who is canceled, even if it could harm my career and get me collateral canceled? Damn, I don't know. Do you like being on the right side of history or no?
It depends on how you feel, what your instinct says about that person, I guess.
Yeah. I've definitely maintained relationships with people who were canceled, and I just didn't bring them out in public. You can still be a friend to someone who's canceled, and not have to put your reputation on the line.
I would have Amy Therese on the pod. She's really smart and cool and has a sexy Australian accent, which seems like an oxymoron, but it's true. Thoughts on the...
We're almost up to 10 grand.
Woo, keep it coming. Thoughts on the ketogenic diet? It's probably...
I heard it makes your pussy taste bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I hear it does make you skinny.
Yeah, it does. It works.
We accidentally girl bossing by having a thriving podcast. Hey, life comes at you fast.
Yeah. we are, which is like, whatever, the irony of neoliberalism.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about Maggie Nelson?
Oh.
She's all right. She has
Did
her.
she write The Art of Cruelty?
Yes.
Yeah, I loved that one. Argonauts, not so much. I like her when she's more focused and less pretentious.
Yeah, that's true. She like all of her theories are totally on point, but her personal taste I find deeply alienating.
Yeah.
Like she hates Michael Haneke and she hates like Francis Bacon,
Right.
who are like my favorite people, but like in spite of having completely different tastes, she like comes to the same conclusions, which is cool.
Eileen Miles, I think, is cool.
I don't know anything about Eileen Miles. Stop asking us about lesbians.
I liked her before she started hanging out with Jill Soloway.
But they have to. They're like obligated because they're like media lesbians.
High profile lesbians.
Who's Chantal Mouffe?
Never heard of her.
When did history end? I think you can ask Francis Fukuyama about that. Slayer all the way. This is thoughts on Slayer, Danzig, Motorhead, or Young Metallica. Yeah, Young Metallica was fine. Judas Priest.
Would I date Sam Hyde?
No.
He's ugly. Have I been willingly celibate? I guess, ish. It's a thin line between Volcel and Incel, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not a binary. It's more of a spectrum.
Yes.
I love Ann Carson.
I don't know Ann Carson.
I have her signature in a book I didn't return to a library, aka stole. I give you guys a year before Luke Turner puts you in prison. Avenge us, please. Favorite meme page? Lately I've been liking Peter Vax, the Master of Cum. It's sort of more a niche one, but he's doing good work.
Peter Vack really pivoted from being hot on Instagram to being a meme lord of Instagram. Good for him. Would you date Sam Chris? No, he looks like too much like one of my relatives.
I don't like guys who are too tall.
Yeah. Is it gay to listen to hardcore in your 30s? It's not gay, but it probably means that you like underage girls.
It's not gay.
Yeah. How sexy is Ted Bundy? He's not sexy.
I don't find him sexy.
He's really like, he has that kind of
He has Luke Turner eyes.
Yeah, like that dead, beady, glassy-eyed stare.
How do you maintain your haircut, Anna?
I get it cut.
Good old-fashioned haircut.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. Yasmin. I love the Country Teasers, actually.
What are those?
They're a band. They're like a Scottish art band from the late 90s, early aughts. I used to really like them in high school. They're kind of like problematic.
Who's your fave on Love After Lockup? The hot blonde Russian girl, of course, but I forget.
Anna. Her name is Anna. Anna, I think. On the second season, I love the love triangle between the fat black virgin girl and
yes.
and his legal wife who talks in AAV when she gets mad at him. We're gonna read the email questions. We'll get to them.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys hold off. Casey Anthony Innocent.
Thoughts on Morrissey? I can't believe you guys would actually ask that.
Yeah, do you even listen to our podcast?
He's like my favorite public intellectual. Anna, isn't Isaac the best name? Like for a Jewish boy? No, I can think of a couple others that are better.
Can you guys cook? Caitlin Phillips. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin.
I made a beautiful dinner for Adam yesterday because he was depressed about his run-in with Chelsea Clinton.
What did you make?
I made like a roast chicken and
sweet potatoes. I've seen Dasha prepare a roast chicken. I can cook. We're pretty trad over here.
Yeah.
Did Amanda Knox do anything wrong? I mean, she was too sexy for her own good.
Foxy Knox.
Yeah.
Also innocent. Should we get into the... My family in Belarus speaks Russian because we're from Minsk. Oh my god, did we make it to 10K?
Oh, Mazel.
Someone said 10K.
Okay.
Mazel! Wow, that
We
was
did
so
it.
fast.
Thanks, guys.
I was sure someone would just disseminate this link and no one would pay for it, but is Squirt Pea. I'm gonna get a beer and then we can get into
Yeah, I guess, get that beer.
it.
Dasha, do you have any like fruity gay drinks that are not alcohol?
I have kombucha that's 3% alcohol.
I'll take that. I'll run that risk. You can, once again, you can buy my outfit on Urban Outfitters and Dasha's outfit on AliExpress. Advice on dating after divorce. How do I figure out what I want now that my trad wife and I have decided to go our separate ways? Just start dating. You can figure it out as you go. Thank you for all the love for the 10K. I can finally get my butthole lasered. I don't remember Flora from season 5 of The Real World.
I brought you a straw to this.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's barely alcoholic. It's just kombucha.
Mm-hmm. How do I score a date with Brandy Jensen? Probably pretty easily.
Just ask her.
Anna, are you still in the wagon? Yes, I am. Keep it up. Is it better to have a baby when you're younger or older?
Younger.
And then you can focus on your career later.
And if you're too old, your baby's autistic.
Yeah. Or like adopted or something. All right, should we move on?
Yeah, we're gonna stop paying attention to the chat for a little bit.
Yeah, so
that we
hold
can
your
answer
horses.
questions. I mean, talk amongst yourselves, but we have email questions to get to because we didn't realize that this would be such a lively live stream.
I'm just answering a DM from friend of the pod, Dan Allegretto, really briefly.
Okay.
I'm just liking it. Okay, Here we go. Email time.
Wait, hold on. I want to show people this great feature before we... Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
They should be switched.
Can we like put the ISIS flag over my pussy or something?
We don't
it's
have.
It's very hard.
He was gonna make a memory. He was gonna make a memory one.
Wait, what flag is that?
That's Belarus.
Oh really? It looks Islamic.
It
It does. It's like Islamic colors.
Okay. Do you want to read the first one?
Yeah. The first one's a little long-winded, so
we can skip.
The question, I'll abridge it. The question is, how old were you when your disillusion began, or were you always so full of hot takes? Am I actually a late bloomer? Dasha?
I guess I got depressed when I was 11. That's probably when I became disillusioned. Growing up in Las Vegas probably made me jaded at a pretty early age.
Yeah.
And then I got really nihilistic after the 2016 primaries. Anna, please.
Do that.
Sorry, excuse us.
Excuse me.
I'm glad you guys like the mise en scene.
Mm-hmm.
I designed it myself. When did you get disillusioned?
I also remember being 10 years old and having like the distinct feeling that I was going to be depressed I was like, this is it. I'm depressed for life.
This is it. This is my life.
But I was really corny and earnest in my 20s, which is like good and cute.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I'm
nice.
still corny and earnest. Nothing's really changed. So you're probably fine.
This next one is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Can I read
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Ladies, I'm in a bind. I came out as gay to friends and family after undergrad. The problem is that while I thought I was gay at the time, truly, I realized in retrospect that it was actually just a pathetic bid for attention. Now I'm working in a city far from friends or family and have resumed dating women again, but I'm keeping it on the DL. Should I rip off the band-aid and admit I was never actually gay, or should I try to pass for bi and then just never date men again? Help me.
Well, you, my friend, are in luck because pretty soon it's going to be like a criminal offense to be a man who dates women anyway. So
True.
every guy is going to be like gay or trans.
Yeah, I would lean into, I wouldn't even say bi, I would say that you're pansexual or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly, I wouldn't worry about it because I'm sure your parents
queer.
will.
Haven't you heard about being queer?
Yeah. But your parents will probably be secretly thrilled because they can get an offspring out of a
definitely.
grandkid. So I think you're fine. They'll just, just make it look like a phase.
And that sort of goes back to the question, bisexual men, false.
Yes. Let's see. What's the next one?
Good. Burning with desire.
My boyfriend low-key fetishizes sunburns and only truly loves me when I'm lobster red with snow white bikini lines. I've explained the health risks to him, not to mention the discomfort, and he gets it, kind of. He requests that it be a rare treat, but I worry even indulging him every once in a while will do long-term damage. And besides, I love my sickly pallor. Lobster girl.
Wow, lobster girl. That's rough stuff.
Lobster girl sounds like a National Enquirer headline from the 90s. Remember those where there's like weird deformed
Bat Boy.
Yeah, Bat Boy. It reminds me of that famous scene in my favorite Fassbinder film, Marta, which is a made-for-TV film about this like virginal kind of spinster woman who falls in love with a bourgeois sadist,
Mm-hmm.
and he like literally leaves her out on their honeymoon sunbathing, and she's like covered in bruises, and then I think he like fucks her after.
He gets off.
Yeah.
On it.
Which is a long-winded way of saying your boyfriend sounds really abusive, and you should probably get the fuck out of that relationship.
Sounds like a sadist, but yeah, because it's not as if he just wants her to have tan lines, which are hot.
Yeah,
and you can obtain in a healthy way. Yeah, if it's the burn he's after, he's a sadist, and if you're not a masochist, it's just not going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
This is a long one. I'm gonna skim through it. I've been going out with my girlfriend for a couple of years now. We're both 22 and finishing college this year. She was kind of chubby when we started going out, but still attractive. And in the last year, she's put on around 20 pounds. Now she's borderline obese, and I'm far less attracted to her now because of this. I feel like she'll keep gaining weight because she doesn't moderate her eating habits at all, despite going to the gym twice a week. I'm skinnier than average and quite fit. How do I deal with this? Would giving her an ultimatum about losing weight work, or just kill the relationship slowly and painfully? Do I just wait until the summer and break up then when we graduate and move away? Or just slide into silent, moody resentment until we're 35, married, and she's gained another 50 pounds and there's nothing I can do about it? Thanks. Wow, I hope your girlfriend doesn't listen to this podcast. But you're also 22. You can break up with someone and not have to make it about their weight.
Yeah, and it sounds like she's maybe depressed or something.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're not...
She probably wants you to break up with her, and she's gained all that weight on purpose.
Yeah, as an act of sabotage. He says that he feels like an asshole for thinking like this or being bothered by her weight, which, like, I think is a legitimate thing to do. Like, keep in mind that people couple up because they're mutually, attracted to each other. So, like, if you're not attracted to her anymore and something extreme happened to her appearance, you can bring that up gently. And you can always frame it as a health concern, not an aesthetic one. That's, like, a better way to do it.
Right. Yeah, don't tell your girlfriend you're not attracted to her.
Maybe you should.
Just break up. You're going to anyway. You're 22.
Yeah. That's like the pan umbrella advice that we give to 22-year-olds who are having relationship problems. Just give it a rest.
I like how every time we do this, like, half of the questions we get are from people just being like, how can I fuck? Like, I'm in college and how do I fuck somebody?
Should we read the sex work one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Hi, Anna and Dasha. Congrats on walking Fashion Week. You both look really thin. Thank you. In my last relationship, I disclosed to my former boyfriend that I had done sex work before I met him. After we broke up, we agreed to remain close friends, and he asked me to stay away from doing sex work because it was not safe. I assumed doing sex work anyway as a means of supplementary income, and I worry about his judgment. Do you think my ex was wrong to ask me not to do sex work, or was this a reasonable and well-intentioned request? Also, do you think it's true that sex workers' partners are obligated to be 100% supportive of sex work, or is that another manipulative neo-lib lie? Thank you in advance. Well, it is a reasonable and well-intentioned request. He's concerned for your safety, but
Sure, and even if that's not the only reason he's concerned, it's still valid to not want your partner to be a sex worker.
It doesn't sound like he's evil, but also he is no longer your boyfriend, he's your ex, so who gives a shit what he thinks? And he's not, he shouldn't be one to sit in judgment. You shouldn't be worried about his judgment.
Mm-hmm. And to the second part, no one is obligated to be 100% supportive of anything in a relationship, especially sex work.
Yeah.
Right? Be it a sunburn fetish or... I think that you can find someone who is acceptant of sex work. Certainly there are people out there for whom it's not a problem, but I don't think it's reasonable to just ask.
To assume
that your partner will be okay with it.
Next.
Hello, ladies. I'm wondering what you two think of the idea that you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else. Is this a neoliberal myth that keeps us isolated and self-involved, or is there some truth to it?
Both. I like that we're busting all the neoliberal myths
Yeah.
today.
Welcome to Neolib Busters.
Yeah.
With Anna and Dasha. No, I think you can definitely love someone without loving yourself.
I totally love someone and I don't love myself at all. Actually, that's not entirely true, but
you should be in a place, I mean, no, I think that's, I don't think it's a neoliberal lie exactly, but I think that you'll be a better partner if you are in a place in your life where you feel like you have some self-assurance and some sense of like, if you're in touch with your desires and needs, basically, which is a kind of loving yourself, I think that's makes for a better relationship. I think it'll make you a better partner, but you can definitely love someone.
Yes.
/ be infatuated with them and hate yourself.
It's also healthy to hate yourself a little bit. Like, if you don't hate yourself, you're a sociopath. You're, like, on that Ted Bundy tip. But yeah, I think, like, having a basic respect for yourself, which is what we're really talking about, and, like, a sense of conduct and sense of integrity makes you more primed to be a better partner because you are, like, more honest and your motives are purer.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so, yeah, I guess. It's like that Mary J. Blige song that you...
I'm going to tweet out the link just to see if we can get a couple more viewers.
Is it working?
Is what working?
The link.
You mean the Twitter feed?
Yes.
No, but it's fine. It just says this Russian collusion stuff, which is cute, but anyway.
Yes.
Добрый день. Добрый день.
I'm just gonna give advice in Russian now.
This next one we could skip. Sorry, we're back.
We're back. What's the next one?
We're back.
We should skip
my knockoff daisy dresses from AliExpress. Just checking in.
Narcissism or suicide, isn't that the same thing?
What about House That Jack built? I didn't think it was violent enough. Okay, next question. My boyfriend and I want to get married. I am 24, he is 31. We have known each other for over 3 years and have been dating for 6 months now. He has not met my family yet. This is my choice because my parents are strict, but wants to elope in Las Vegas. Do you consider eloping romantic, or should we go through the traditions of marriage?
I think eloping's hot.
Eloping's hot, but I think your husband should meet your family at least.
Yes.
Before you marry them.
Yeah.
That's just sound advice. But also getting divorced is not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, not that I would ever do it personally, but whatever.
Gosh, a Catholic.
Roll the dice, yeah.
Next.
Hey,
Anna and Dasha, I just completed a PhD in a STEM field and want nothing more to do with STEM and its related crowd anymore. That being said, I'm having a hard time reconciling the fact that I just spent 6 years dedicating myself to something that I now loathe. What are your suggestions on turning this into something positive mentally and socially so I don't seem like a complete loser for being a nerd? Start a podcast? That's what I did.
Start a podcast. I have 4 words for you. Intersection of art and tech. Just turn all that, whatever STEM bullshit you learned, into a thriving art career.
Yeah, it's fine. I think academic programs are basically going into debt for the insight that you didn't want to be in that academic program in the first place.
Have your social lives changed drastically since beginning the pod? Have friends canceled you because of your politics? Have you lost any friends?
I was canceled by a friend of mine, which I didn't see coming, which was really rude and depressing. But
same.
My social life has only gotten more dead. I don't go out or hang out with anyone.
Yeah, I'm pretty lonely. And when I went back to LA for New Year's Eve, I felt a lot of scorn from some choice individuals who I used to be on better terms with.
How do you feel about whether straight men and women can be friends? I mean, they can be friends, but just know that if you're a straight woman and a guy is friends with you and he's not homosexual, he at some point wanted to fuck you, or he currently wants to fuck you.
How did you guys meet?
On Twitter?
We met on Twitter.
Yeah. We met through...
We had mutual friends, but basically, Twitter.
Can straight men be friends with other straight men, or does sex always get in the way? Like, meaning they have sex with each other?
That's sure.
How much can I squat? I can squat my body weight.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been going to the gym in a long time, but I can do my body weight.
You're looking frail.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to another email question.
Yeah.
I'm a 26-year-old male who's a virgin. It has not really bothered me, as for the majority of my life, I was a hardline Catholic, mazel tov, who would not even entertain the prospect of having sex before getting married, but I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I try and date, but I have very low self-esteem and body image issues, so I struggle to put myself out there. In July, I turned 27 and have mentally committed to hiring an escort/sex worker and getting it over and done with if I have not lost it by then. I wanted to know what your thoughts are on the topic and if you've had any advice for men who struggle with self-esteem, even though you are just women. Wow, rough stuff. I take it you're no longer Catholic. I think it's fine to lose your virginity to a sex worker.
Yeah, it's fine if you decide that you're not going to make much ado about it. But I wouldn't. I would just like go with the flow and see if you could do it naturally.
Just give it a shot. Give it a concerted effort, and if your birthday rolls around, and sometimes it's just a mental block of not having had sex before,
Yeah, that's usually what it is
and
with
you
everything.
can just get it over with.
Yeah.
Self-esteem. I don't know. See a therapist, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Somebody asked who's making interesting art these days. I guess we are. We're artists now.
Us.
Us. No. I love Heiji Shin, who's been mentioned on our subreddit 1 or 2 times. She's great.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah. Let's see. Moving on. Hi, Info Horrors. Below the belt question. What are your favorite documentaries? Sorry if this has already been answered. Best, Natasha. Not a Russian, but still a bot. Dasha?
I just watched that Roger Stone documentary.
That's what I was going to say. He's
which
so
is
great.
awesome. The Anthony Weiner one is good.
Yeah.
I like political docs. I just watched one on Netflix called Abducted in Plain Sight.
Oh, was that good?
Yeah. I won't do spoilers. I won't do spoilers, but it's about a pedophile who torments his whole family. It's awesome.
Wait, that sounds awesome.
My favorite,
the Luke Turner story. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
I'd say my favorite topics for docs are political eccentrics and pedophiles. And if that Venn diagram meets in the middle, then that's probably a flawless doc right there.
Yeah. I was thinking of Adam Curtis is great. Of course.
Yeah.
But that goes without saying. I don't even think of Adam Curtis as a documentarian anymore. I think of him as an artist.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking if we're checking Dasha's Twitter DMs. Our feed doesn't seem to be syncing, but we can take a look in a little bit. How to trap an emotionally unavailable man. You can get him to knock you up, but you don't want to do that because, excuse me, believe you me, it's a lot of heartache and it's not worth it.
Yeah, I saw The House that Jack built. I didn't like it. Although I am a fan of Lars von Trier generally.
Have you ever been to a drag show, or is that neoliberal? Yes, I've been to a drag show. I went to one at the Metropolitan with Dan, I think, years ago. Or maybe with the other gay friend of the pod, Tim.
I used to go a lot in San Francisco, and I used to go dance at a drag bar as well.
Wait, that sounds fun.
It was
so you're
fun.
like Lady Gaga in
exactly.
A Star is Born.
I'm exactly like Lady Gaga in A Star is Born. What was my favorite bar in Oakland? Stork Club? I don't know. I'm hard pressed to think of one, honestly.
Will this be available in video later on your
Hopefully.
Patreon? Yes, if
I don't fuck anything
up. How do you think having non-Western parents impacts your political lens? Well, it makes us realize that not everything is American-centric. Which, Americans love to make everything about themselves politically. And
it's made me pretty...
has anyone turned you down to appear on the pod? Should I say this? I was trying to get Michelle Welbeck to come on the pod, and I was emailing with his wife, and I don't think she's down with that clown.
She's not interested. And we're trying to get Zizek. We're all angling for Zizek.
Yeah. So pray for us.
Who's our hottest friend?
Who's our hottest friend? Allison's pretty hot.
Allison's hot. Yeah, she's perfect.
I'm trying to think of a hot mutual friend.
Weed slut.
Yeah, Zoe is hot.
Perfect.
Yeah. Juliana's hot.
Juliana's really gorgeous.
We have a lot of hot friends. We live in New York.
Welbeck has a wife. Yeah. She's an erotic poet.
Yeah, she's English
Zizek,
speaking.
If any of you losers know Zizek.
He has a new wife, yeah. My friend got an STI from a guy she hooked up with a few times, and he was an alcoholic, but he's really cute and nice, and she doesn't want to stop seeing him. What do I tell her? Tell
What
her
do you
to
mean?
make him get tested. It's her business.
Yeah, who cares?
Laura Kipnis, I'd love to have her on the show. Rank the Chapo hosts by attractiveness, never. I mean, Amber's obviously the hottest one.
Amber, I'll do it.
You'll do it. Okay, I'm not gonna do it.
Amber, Matt. This is personally for me, obviously.
Matt looks hot without his beard.
I like him better with the beard, but I mean, you know, I'm not talking objective attractiveness. I'm talking personally. Amber, Matt, Will, maybe Felix. Felix and Will are tied, and then Virgil.
Okay, I can second that. Why not just get Nathan Robinson on the pod, because he sucks, because he had a good thing going, and he turned his promising outlet into a personal woke-splaining blog. Let's see. What? Oh, everybody's mad that I didn't say Matt was like my type. I just, the man looks like an actor from the 1920s.
There's nothing we can do about it. The Chad Matt and the Virgin Virgil is funny. Did I ever go to the East Bay? Yes, I have some family friends who live in Walnut Creek who I've spent time with. I lived in Oakland, which is the East Bay. Camille Paglia should come on the pod. She doesn't do podcasts.
She doesn't do podcasts. We tried her too. Hi, Zoe. Zoe's up in here.
Oh, hi, Zoe.
What? I still don't know what a tanky is. Who's the hottest Vanderpump cast member? Well, Jax is very
Lala.
physically my type, but it's Lala, obviously. Thoughts on hard seltzer, neoliberal or crypto-fascist?
You love hard seltzer.
Yeah, I love it.
Nothing wrong with that. Crypto fascist.
Do you like classical music? How do you feel about the Russian Five versus Tchaikovsky, more Western style composers? I like Satie and Debussy and Wagner.
Wagner, Anna.
Something about Jews. People are really Will we have Vanessa Place back on? We'd love to if she wants to come back on.
I've only been banned from Sephora and Urban Outfitters for shoplifting, but Urban Outfitters was when I was a teen. Do you want more kombucha?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll get you some.
I can grab some. Unless, thank you, Dasha. Sorry, I'm like that.
Okay.
Oh my god. I can't. I'm gonna just check out and stare at the phone because I can't. Like,
look at your phone.
Yeah.
You don't owe these people anything.
Myers-Briggs. Dasha, do you know your Myers-Briggs? Dasha's ENFP. I am INTJ.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's what makes this such a good podcast.
Yeah. Was it a bad move for Tsar Alexander II to free the serfs, beginning neoliberalism in Russia? No, because he freed my great-great-grandmother's family. Have you ever read any of Bret Easton Ellis's work? I'd love to have him on the pod. I just saw American Psycho, but I've never read his work.
Oh, yeah. I was auditioning for the Less Than Zero television reboot. So I read that one pretty recently. But Glamorama is my favorite. I love BEE.
Yeah, he's great. Good haircut for curly-haired boys.
Like Adam style.
Yeah, Adam style, or like Roman Emperor.
Stalin, Trotsky, or Bukharin.
Beria?
What do you think the worst astro sign is?
The worst astro sign?
Mm-hmm.
I only date Capricorns, and they're difficult.
They're the worst.
They're difficult, yeah.
I don't love Caps. My father's a Cap, but I think Cancers are the worst.
Yeah, they're bad. But I like that they're
If you're a Cancer, you basically have a personality disorder. I have some Cancer friends, but in general.
What's your favorite low-calorie cocktail? Blueberry Stoli and vodka.
I'm a
80
strawberry Stoli girl. Thank you.
That's good though. Should we?
Yeah, we should. Sorry. We'll come back. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's easier live.
Mm-hmm.
What are we on? Okay, so we
Sweet
did this
Nothing.
one about the documentaries. Sweet Nothing. Is it my turn to read?
It's your turn.
Okay. Hi, ladies, with lots of S's. Opinions, advice on a partner struggling with addiction. I know the general sobriety wisdom is essentially cut them off or you're enabling them in self-harming, but that's always felt wrong, heartless, and completely unnatural to me. Like, do we just cut people off because they're in too much pain to use substances responsibly when it seems everybody is hanging by a thread? Yet at the same time, watching someone you love to be truly tortured by addiction sucks so bad. Also, rehab is a scam and costs more than American college. Thoughts? Sorry, I'm a little drunk off the booch. That's really sad.
That's so sad. That's heartbreaking stuff.
I think there is something to the cut them off because you're enabling them wisdom. It does feel wrong and heartless and unnatural. Of course it does if you like somebody. But if you really think about it, there's no way that it's going to get better with in the existing dynamic. It's like what they tell anorexics when they go to like ED rehab, that they have to like cut out everybody. So I think you probably have to, for at least for a time.
But but don't beat yourself up if you can't. You know?
Yeah.
And rehab works for some people.
Yeah,
just that most people who can afford to go to rehab are rich, so that then they can afford to relapse and they don't have any consequences for anything they do anyway.
Netflix series about it.
Exactly. So it's like, I think if someone really wants to get better, then rehab can be an effective way to dry out. I would love to go to rehab.
For what?
Just for, I'd love to develop, first I have to develop a drug problem and then go to rehab and then, just detox. That sounds nice. I'll accept my stupid Paul mod request. I mean, I don't use Reddit anymore because too many people said I was bottom heavy. Just one person, but that's too many.
You're literally not bottom heavy.
I know, it's literally slander. But I didn't appreciate some remarks that were made about my mole and asymmetrical face, so I no longer look at Reddit. But I can accept my my mod request if you guys will like that. Audrey Wallen, not a friend of the pod, unfortunately.
Is Jordan Peterson hot? Hell to the no. But Alex Jones is. Ladies, what are your favorite Twitter accounts?
Dan Allegretto, baby.
Yeah, it's
Dan Allegretto, Hexprax, that girl Christine Bailey.
She's funny.
She's my favorite.
Who else is funny? I like your Twitter account. I liked mine when I had it.
I liked yours a lot too.
Adam's good.
Adam's
I liked NYC Guido voice when Nick was running it. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not getting rid of the mole. Don't worry.
Would you ever have Mark Ames from The Exile on? Seems like he's the perfect guest. Yeah, I'd love to have him on. And I love that he got in trouble for writing that book with Matt Taibbi, where they were like talking about banging out like Russian sluts at the office, and everybody got really upset. Favorite Instas?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Louis C.K.'s not going to come on. He's too tragic. Oh yeah, as_someone_who is a good one.
Yes. Oh yeah, he got slapped with a suspension thanks to our shark-eyed stalker buddy. He's wonderful. Shout out to friend of the pod Ben, who is suspended on Twitter. Let's see. Thoughts on microbangs on dudes only for Ivan Dutchenko? Any advice on how to deal with childhood friends who are starting to become really right-wing? Do you cut them out? Can people be changed? I think it happens, especially if you live in the city and they live in the suburbs, and I think you just deal with it. It's better to preserve like social harmony than to
Mm-hmm.
argue about politics with
Yeah.
people you love.
I tolerate all my libtard friends, for the
Yeah.
record.
Um,
Mm.
let's see.
Let's go back to the emails.
Yeah.
You guys are being too messy. You need to, you need to clean it up.
Yes. Thoughts on the stack. I'm gonna stay away from that one. Anna, talk about South Brunswick. You guys mean Mouth Brunswick.
Mm.
Let's see. Who's the Bogdanov twins?
Here's a fun one. Hi, ladies. Big fan of the pod. Finally, women who don't give a fuck about other women. I'm loving it. I wouldn't say that that we're like that. My question is, where's the most gnarly or weird place you ladies have had sex? I've been with my cum-town loving boyfriend, Jesus Christ, for just about 2 years, and we've never done it anywhere risky or dangerous or illegal. Any suggestions or stories? See you in hell.
Where's the weirdest? I've never had sex in a weird place.
Ever? Anywhere? Outside?
I had
anything?
sex in a park in New Jersey with my high school boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
who actually texted me today and asked me what the name of the pod was so he could listen to it. He's going on a plane.
I've had sex in like a car in a parking garage. I've had sex like outside, and in cars in various locations, but nothing too like. I guess it's always illegal to fuck outside, but nothing like super risky. I don't totally get off on like the thrill of public sex.
Yeah. I'm into like, I mean, if you come up with like a creative,
I like, yeah. I would do it anywhere.
I'm into all sorts of like artistry. Yeah.
I love sexual accessories and
Yeah.
anything to spice up the
experience,
banality of sex is good.
It's
good with
great.
me.
Yeah. Shall we move on to another? Hey ladies, big fan from the UK here. So me and my boyfriend have been together for a year, but he wants me to move to a rural part of the country to settle down. I wish I could do a British accent so I could read this and I swear on me mum, mate.
Oi, hello.
I actually.
What's all this then?
I do love him, but we haven't had full penetrative sex. I've just sucked him off for the whole time and I've gotten nothing sexually out of it. Also, he won't come out to his parents in general or about our relationship. Finally, on top of all this, I want to move away to study for my master's. What do I do? Thanks again, ladies. I wouldn't move to anywhere with somebody that you haven't.
Rural.
Yeah.
Some guy who's not even out of the closet and who you haven't even penetrated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for starters, I don't really get you should move away to study for your master's.
Yeah.
Because maybe you'll meet someone in grad school who will let you put it in.
Yeah. I wouldn't put my...
This sounds like a dead end. It sounds like you know that it is. And you've wasted our time.
Is Mike Racine hot? Yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
He's my
absolutely.
type. I like Mike
You
Racine.
love Racine.
Yeah.
You want to hear my Racine impression?
Yeah, hit me.
Oh, hey, Dasha.
It's great.
Oh, hey, Anna. Anna, did you stop texting me because I said the N-word? Are we pro or anti-vax? I'm pro-vax.
I'm okay with vax.
I think I don't know enough about, I'm not a doctor. I'll vaccinate my kids, sure.
My taste is beyond understanding. No, I just like men without any physical affect that are like kind of working class seeming.
Totally. He drives a truck.
It's like consistent. Let's see. Something about... This is a good question about...
Alright. Hey, so I figure you get this question a lot, but is there a safe way to express attraction or desire without setting off alarm bells? Straight guy asking about women. I've abstained from attempting altogether if it means I might ever be considered a creep. I want to kiss the beautiful woman, but I don't want to creep in the process. Is there a surefire way to avoid that? No.
Gotta
There's
get
no
out there.
surefire way. That's just the essence of romance.
And dating, yeah.
Dating,
Sex is always a
so
risk.
it's about a risk, baby. Get out there. Roll the dice. Life's a gamble.
Is that your Donald Trump impression?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is
We
no
get this
surefire
variety
way.
of questions.
Yeah, but women are all like, we're all desperate for men to come on to us, not the other way around. They're scared. And if you do it respectfully and tastefully, chicks will love you. Would I ever love a man who listens to podcasts? I do. Embarrassingly enough. What's the Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy? Is that like Pizzagate?
Oh, that they no, it's a different kind of Pizzagate. The conspiracy. Have you been to Chuck E. Cheese?
Yes.
Do you know how their pizzas are kind of like uneven?
They're like shaped like the Star of David.
They're shaped like a swastika. No, like the slices don't all fit in the right way.
Okay.
Like this.
Okay.
It's
That's
because
creepy.
someone said it's because they recycle slices.
Totally.
100%.
But that's the way it should be. I hate like how Americans throw away food. Sometimes I see somebody like leave a restaurant and I'm like tempted to grab the bread basket on their table and just like start noshing.
When I was a waitress, I would eat scraps off people's plates all the time, so I don't see any issue with recycled pizza.
What's wrong with that? Let's see. Do we have more emails?
Yeah.
Something about climate change? That's a little tough.
Uh-oh. Wait, what do they say about climate change?
Let's see. Hello, Red Scare Podcast. I guess you're aware with social systems unable to deal with climate change fast enough, and with things such as insect populations plummeting, he includes a footnote, it's becoming increasingly likely that the collapse of human civilization, if not the sixth mass extinction, sorry, I've had some kombucha and there's too many $10 words, is imminent, as in it'll probably occur in our children's lifetime, if not in our own. Assuming that a superficial acknowledgement of this horrible reality will bleed into the mainstream, how do you think knowledge of this will affect romantic love? Apologies if there's a lot to unpack here. I'm finding it hard to find the right words. I want to press the sounds like you need some dick button on the computer. I would not overthink it. Right, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I think it's interesting that the way that, like, the impending end times are, I think it'll make people more trad.
Yes.
I think basically people will sort of...
Not more nihilistic.
Yeah. Maybe nihilistic in other ways, but in, like, a personal way, they will sublimate, maybe, perhaps, hopefully, their more selfish urges to foster, like, meaningful relationships in families.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Caitlin
says climate panic is driving millennials to marriage. Exactly.
And then Jordan Barr says at Caitlin Phillips. Absolutely true.
True. Oh, hi, girls. Yeah. Oh, my God. I love you guys. See you at my birthday party.
Yeah. I'll see you guys there, too.
Oh, it's so fun you're watching.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
What is the emotional turmoil I've hinted at? No comment.
Being reminded of death has been shown to make people more authoritarian. Will Davies talks about this in Nervous States. Sure. Checks out.
I would love to have Will Davies as a guest.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't come on our show.
Yeah, he seems like a serious academic. I don't think he wants to chop it up with a bunch of, like, Russian whores who, like, squeezed their bodies into, like,
we'll administer the Myers-Briggs test to him to really get to the bottom of what's going on.
What clothes do you like on guys? That's a good question.
I like the way Adam dresses, like a stupid little wigger.
Yes. Yeah.
But in general, the more nondescript, the better.
Yeah, I like a straight leg jean and a boot and
Mhm.
like a normal coat. Like I hate affect in men.
I love a barber jacket.
Me too. I
Corduroy
like that too.
collar.
Yeah, a bucket hat is okay if it's done
Like
not
Woody Allen.
ironically.
I mean, I don't mind. There's some times where I'm embarrassed by what Adam's wearing, but for the most part, I really like it.
Let's see.
What are my buyer's tips for infantilizing clothing on AliExpress? I mean, it's just about putting in the time and finding in the right garments. And, sometimes I get something from AliExpress, I throw it right in the trash. But you can, French is a good search term. Literally Lolita is something you can type in.
Would I like my haircut on a man? Absolutely not. That would mean he's a homosexual or bisexual.
Like that guy at the Grammys.
Which that guy was hot, but he was gay. I like no haircut on a man. I like a bald head.
You love a bald asshole. Let's get back to neolib busting out here, okay? I think it's your turn.
Is it? Wait,
from huge asshole.
Hey, first time caller, long time fan, 24, female, Los Angeles. What's your hot take on getting back together with an ex? Always doomed. Recently reunited with the love of my life, and I feel like we've grown, changed in the interim. We spent apart enough to be better together now, but am I delusional? It was a brutal breakup back in the day, and I'm terrified of losing each other again, so maybe best to stay in each other's lives as friends. But how do you throw aside passion and bomb sexual chemistry to make that work? Help. I would say give it a shot. If you have passion and sexual chemistry.
Yeah, sometimes a break is what you need. Especially if you're, not to be ageist, but if you're 24.
Yeah.
You've probably matured since the last time you and the love of your life broke up. I've never gotten back together with an ex.
I won't even sleep with an ex, but
I've slept with exes, but I don't think I've ever gotten back together. Lord knows I've tried.
But you can give it a shot if he's receptive.
Yeah. If he's receptive, then if you both want to go for it, then do it.
Alright. This is a good one about the political beliefs. From Stephen
Oh,
Pug.
yeah, this is a good one.
Would you date someone who only ate red meat? No, but I'd let Jordan Peterson's daughter eat me out.
No, I don't think so. That sounds hard.
Yeah.
It'd be like in the same way that it would be hard to date like a vegan.
Best movie of 2018, Black Panther. Oh, somebody said it. Damn it.
I loved Hereditary. Did you see it, Anna? It's good. It's very Freudian. I thought it was very scary.
Favorite sex position? I like standing over him with my hands crossed on my chest, being like, "Did you throw out the garbage?"
Reverse cowgirl. Thank you.
What do you guys think of Chinatown the movie? Great work of art. Should be enough to exonerate Roman Polanski, given that his victim already forgiven him.
That's what we like to hear. They made. I haven't seen the online ceramics Hereditary tea, but email me. Have Lena Dunham on the pod. I would.
Yeah, I would have her on the pod. Lena, come on the pod.
We'll talk about it.
I have some questions for her.
Can we have a Dime Square Asian lady on the pod? Yes, I would love to. Yeah. I want to know where they're taking all those cans.
Yeah, like, where did you get your visor? Where do the art sluts hang out in Chinatown?
What? If you have to ask, you don't deserve to
You
know.
don't listen to this pod.
Is Susan Sontag hot? Yes.
Yes. Woody's not hot.
What?
I don't think Woody Allen's hot.
I would ride him like a bike. What?
Camille Paglia and David Hickey are in a burning building. You can only save one. Whom? I guess I'm gonna have to go with Pogs, even though I love David Hickey
Yeah.
and would also like him on the pod.
My favorite Woody Allen movie is Husbands and Wives.
I've never seen that one.
Wow, you had sex with someone from the Red Scare Discord?
What's that?
I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know.
I think it's like some chat that they do amongst themselves.
Dasha, who's your favorite director?
Probably Polanski.
Really?
If I had to, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Is
In
Larry
terms of, like,
David
most
hot?
movies.
Yes.
Yes. Of course. I don't know what the Discord is. Like,
pick 2 senators to DP you. I don't know 2
I don't
senators.
like to fuck politicians.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tear myself away from this riveting
Yeah.
conversation about us. Ladies, I recently began dating someone with starkly opposing political beliefs. Since we began dating, whenever politics have come up, I've generally feigned agreement with her views, as it was clear from her aesthetics class education that my political views would be repulsive to her, and I initially thought this would be a short-term thing. Now that our relationship has begun to get serious, she's beginning to meet my friends and is beginning to catch on. I'm afraid it's only a matter of time before she discovers my deceit. Aside from our political differences, I really like her and want to keep seeing her. I feel like a total imposter, but hoping there's some way I can come clean with my deceit and admit to my support for President Trump without blowing it up. Thoughts? Love the pod.
I think having opposing political beliefs can create a lot of sexual passion.
You think?
Yeah.
Not in my experience.
Unless you're a liberal, because they don't have sex.
Well, I was seeing this guy off Tinder. The only person I've ever met off of Tinder was sort of gently dating him for a few weeks, and then I found a photo of him with Hillary Clinton, and it didn't. It was sort of the nail on the coffin for me.
Yeah, I guess it depends on which political belief. Like, I wouldn't be with somebody who loved Hillary Clinton.
Right, I'd rather fuck a fascist than a neoliberal.
Yeah, it's like me too. It's a radical failure of judgment, as Susan Sontag says, to like be into
and
Hillary
that's
Clinton.
sort of a deal breaker for me. I think ultimately, if you're trying to have a real relationship with someone, you should be in the same vicinity politically. Otherwise, or just date someone apolitical. That's fine too.
And like indoctrinate them into your politics.
Exactly. Someone who has no thoughts. And you can just fill them up with your own opinions.
It's pretty cool that you're MAGA.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Shout out to a Trump supporter fan.
Would either of you bang Christopher Hitchens? Probably not, but I think he's brilliant and great and gets a bad rap. Sam Harris also looks like Ben Stiller. He does.
Do you think you guys would also be great in a Whit Stillman movie? Yes. I would love to be in a Whit Stillman movie. I met him at New York Film Festival and we had a really nice conversation. And that's another thing I'm trying to manifest in my life, much like New York Fashion Week.
Tapirs, like the animals, they're
Cute, really cute.
They're cute.
Kind of like a pig.
Yeah.
What should the age of consent be?
There should be no age of consent.
No, there should be an age of consent.
I think it should be like
seriously.
puberty age around there.
14.
14, yeah. That's more, most people have gone through puberty.
14 years old. The French model.
If we ever run for office, we're going to run on the age of consent platform.
14 years old.
What do you guys think about Vicky finally leaving the Housewives? I didn't know that. That really guts me. She's so insufferable.
14. Someone said 35. Sure.
All right. Another question from Eileen. Hi, girls. Love the pod. I'm basically dating 3 guys right now, and all of them have trouble getting it up. This has never happened to me before, and I didn't know this was that common. but like, is it me? What's going on? What can I do to help them feel more comfortable having sex and with me and be able to get it up? Sorry, that was retarded. Anyway, she's dating 3 guys and none of them can get it up.
Yeah.
It seems like 3 makes a trend. Maybe there's something
yeah,
wrong with you.
maybe
Like,
there's something wrong with you.
maybe you're physically
I'm sorry to
repulsive,
say.
or maybe you're smokingly hot and intimidating.
Either way, there's no way to know. Send pics.
Yeah.
Maybe
Send
you
nudes.
smell bad. Maybe it's a pheromone issue.
Yeah. Or maybe they all just need hymns. What kind of guys are they? And
right. Do you live in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Or do they all work in media? Because they might have some trouble getting it up. Yeah, yikes. That's
well, like
rough
the last
stuff.
thing I might
3
say,
guys.
3 guys. I would. What's the point of dating 3 guys, which is a heartache already, if none of them can get it up?
I know.
I would just maybe your
diversify your type.
Yeah, diversify your portfolio. I feel like maybe the lack of emotional availability on your end, because you're like scattered over 3 guys, makes them not
maybe
as
they're all
horny for you.
Maybe they're all picking up on it. Maybe you're a bad lay.
Yeah, that's probably the most likely.
Or maybe it's just, I don't know. Adam gets it up all the time. Just. Hi, ladies. Love the pod and your hot takes. Anna, you were recently quoted in Interview Mag saying, men have a particular brand of stupidity that is focused on dramatic delusions. And what feminists don't understand is that you can use this stupidity to your advantage. My question to both of you is, how can I use male stupidity to my advantage? What did you mean by dramatic delusion?
I mean, like, in the last season of Vanderpump Rules, where Jax is, like, clearly trying to break up with Brittany, and so he cooks up this ridiculous story about how he's going to quit his cushy reality TV/serving job and go to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, or whatever, and become, like, a hockey announcer, because I really love hockey. It's, like, my favorite sport, or whatever. And it's, like, clearly, like, one of these, like, dramatic overtures that men make. They're like, okay, I'm really going to do this now. I'm doing it. I'm changing my life around. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to leave my wife. And men are always like spinning off into this sort of delusion. And I think like you can use that to your advantage in a way if you really want to be manipulative by being like overly supportive. The thing is like that tends to backfire because then you're like trapped with them.
Right.
But in general, I think like in casual in like normal dating scenarios with men, it's good to be a little bit supportive of their delusions instead of competitive and like a persnickety, uppity liberal feminist that takes them down to earth.
You all need to be like unequivocally supportive.
Yeah, because they'll learn for themselves.
True. Also, never underestimate the value of being underestimated.
Yes, exactly.
If you can lean into being a little helpless, I think you'll find that men often will rise to the occasion to be more competent than maybe they would be otherwise.
Yeah, and men love doing
they
things
want to
for
take
women.
care of
they
you.
want to take care of you.
If you just lean in, you'll find that your relationships probably go a little better.
Yeah. All right, next. Hi, ladies. I love your podcast and was wondering if you would consider sponsorship from a BK-based edibles company.
Yes. Sorry,
sure.
I didn't mean to put that one in. I meant to just save that for me.
Okay.
I would love to be sponsored by an edibles company if the price was right, which it very well could be, because I love to get fucked up on edibles and have a weird ass afternoon.
Yeah, I'd love that too. Can you recommend a spot to get fillers? Like Juvederm? I've never gotten fillers, but I would consider it. But I've gotten really great.
I just had a consultation today about getting fillers.
How'd that go?
The second I was like looking at my lips in a mirror, I was like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Yes, yeah.
You know, like when they like brought the hand mirror out and I was like trying to explain what was wrong with my mouth, I was like, oh, actually, I don't. They're fine.
Yeah.
But I would go to a dermatologist.
Yeah, you should. But as far as
There's
a
no like
spot,
spot. Don't go to some like Instagram sponsored ad that you get because you heard your phone heard you talking about fillers and now it's telling you where to get them. Go to a dermatologist. Go see a doctor who knows what the fuck they're doing.
I really like though Beauty Fix Med Spa in Flatiron. It's very clean and nice, and I like Body Factory in West Village because they're all Russian and also very sweet.
Body factory.
Body Factory. I think we've exhausted the.
I have a couple DMs.
Hello to friends of the pod, Leia and Emily.
Are they in the?
They just texted.
Oh, they're watching. Cute. Sorry. I'm gonna check our Patreon again. 10:49.
Please shout out Stevie. Shout out to
Hi,
Stevie.
Stevie. It's so degrading to do that.
Yes.
I hope you know.
You guys should Venmo
I hope it makes
us.
you happy that we.
We're not circus seals. Also, I don't see that $1,000 coming in.
$1,000. Valentine's Day. I'm getting highlights, which is gonna take like 5 hours, and then I'm gonna come back and have sex with that. We're gonna have sex first and then go to dinner. Isn't that clever?
That's smart, so that you don't have to feel bloated during sex.
We're having a late dinner, and we like to have sex in the afternoon anyway.
Thoughts on Jesus Christ? He sounds hot and Jewish. What do you think of rap music? Is that a question? It's good.
Come on, people.
If you guys can whip together a collective 1,000, I'll maybe show like the upper perimeter.
Elsa,
of nipple.
I'm gonna ban you.
Who's Elsa? Oh yeah, that's annoying. Can you actually ban?
Put user in timeout.
Oh.
I put you in timeout. Please show Bob's. Whatever.
Let's see if we have any. I have some DMs somewhere.
I have a DM I can read.
Okay.
We're gonna wrap this up soon because you guys aren't being very respectful.
Yeah. I don't see my Venmo rolling.
What area is good to move to in New York? Revalue. No area. New York is a hellhole. It's too expensive. Jessica Chastain, untalented. I only like her because she's a late bloomer. That's the only thing she has going for her. Okay. Here. Ladies, I have been sleeping with my dream man for 6 months. We recently had the what are we doing conversation, and he told me his last relationship, which ended 1 year ago, was so traumatic he doesn't have the mental or emotional space for a committed relationship right now. He won't talk about the past relationship or why it was traumatic. Google searches have told me that girl bosses don't wait around for emotionally available men, but I love him and I don't want to be a girl boss. So what do I do? How do I trap him? Damn. I mean, this is to borrow from some mainstream media wisdom. It sounds like he's just not that into you.
Yeah.
It sounds like his last relationship was 1 year ago, and he should probably be over with it. But he's not because maybe you're just wasting your time. I don't know how to trap him besides getting pregnant. So I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on this? How does she trap her dream man?
I think you ladies need to stop thinking in terms of trapping a man because it's never going to end well. If the man doesn't want to be with you, it's gonna either you're gonna cuck him
in the long term. It won't work out.
Yeah, just forget about trapping him and move on. And actually, the best way to trap a man, when you think about it, is not to get pregnant. It's to move on and start seeing other men, because nobody likes to be rejected first. And he'll be like crawling. They always come crawling back, as my mother says, and he'll come crawling back.
That's actually the best advice: is for you to become less emotionally available. Will make him hopefully more needy.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, guess what? You net out positive because you'll be dating other men.
Men are disgusting.
Yeah, sure. see.
Are you a Carrie, Samantha, Miranda, or Charlotte?
I'm none of them.
I'm sort of a Samantha Miranda combo. How to get rid of the constant delusion that my sex buddy has STD, even though he told me he doesn't have them? Get tested.
Yeah.
Have a fun day at Planned Parenthood together. I mean, most STDs are not even a big deal, so don't worry about it.
Thoughts on James Kennedy? He's
holding Vanderpump down.
Yeah. He really swooped out from under Jax and emerged as the MVP of Vanderpump. Thoughts on Nancy Tang? I don't know any of these people.
You guys, Ilhan Omar, we talked about on the last episode. She's gorgeous and anti-Semitic, and we think it's all fine.
Deal with it.
Anna, do you know any good places to look at art online?
No, you should never look at art online.
What are you talking about? Tumblr.
Yeah. Deviant art.
I have another DM.
Yes.
I'm 26, going on 27, living in an expensive NA city. I moved back in with my parents after graduation, thinking it would be temporary, but it's been hard for me to find anything stable that pays well enough for me to move out. I'm so embarrassed by this that I don't even try to put myself out there, but it doesn't look like I'll be moving out anytime soon, so is it that much of a red flag that I'm living with my parents at this age? Should I even bother? A lot of people live with their parents, is my understanding.
Yeah.
That's a real millennial trend.
It's the new black.
Living with your parents is the new black, so I wouldn't feel that insecure about it. I think that it's natural to feel shame about not thriving in a capitalist system. It's something Mark Fisher talks about a lot. But I think that you would probably have some positive feelings of solidarity if you did put yourself out there and see that a lot of people are struggling. So I think it's okay that you live with your parents, especially if you live in an expensive city.
Yes, yeah.
At least you don't live with your parents in
Podunk City.
Yeah. But also maybe consider the fact that living with your parents is sort of coddling you into a sense of comfort. And you did, you could make it work.
Yeah, it's not whether you get into a relationship, it's how quickly you get out of it, and that also applies not just to romantic things, but also to scenarios like this one.
Right.
Sky or Lana, that's so hard. I mean, Lana's obviously more accomplished, but I love Sky so much. And
I prefer Lana only because she's less accessible.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Because she's more elusive. What's it like being in the podcast Twitter scene? It's disgusting.
I'm not even in that scene. I keep to myself. Do we have any more DMs, or should we?
Do you have any?
Wrap it up.
I just got some on Twitter. Big fan from China, 18 homo, living alone, and recently start fucking strangers. How to get rid of the stupid guilt after a one-night sex. It's amazing that we have fans in China.
Yes.
It's literally my dream to be famous in China. That's the next thing I want to fucking manifest.
Because you're a little Chinese, or we're all a little Asian?
No, just because China seems so cool, and they treat you so well when you're famous there, like
really?
Amalia Allman.
I would go on tour to China.
I would love nothing more than to go on tour to China. I think it's so sick there.
I can't. We have 200 fans in China or something.
We'll see you soon. So you, big fan from China, 18 homo. I don't know. I don't know why you feel guilty after having one night stands. I don't know what the gay culture is like in China. But in America, it's definitely very loose and discouraging of shame. So maybe consider a little sabbatical over here in the States.
I think it's perfectly natural to feel guilt after a one night stand because casual sex is a neoliberal myth, but unfortunately, that's probably what you have to do, especially since you're young and living in China for the time being. So I wouldn't beat myself up too much. Somebody just said have Matthew Maloof on the pod. Uh, we would love to, and we're very much looking forward to his next art show,
Mm-hmm.
which the title of shall remain unnamed.
How do you guys feel about the mattress on the floor thing? I feel like you would like it given the level of abjection and association with mediocre artistic practice. I had a mattress on the floor for most of my life, most of my adult life. And ever since I moved in with Adam, honestly, I feel like his bed's a little high. I think it's cool. I wouldn't not fuck someone if they had a mattress on the floor. It's very Japanese, which I'm obviously into, and bohemian.
It's very Japanese. I think having a mattress on the floor is hot and sexy if you're a girl and unacceptable if you're a man past a certain age. User Hannah, I think I know who that is, and if it is who I think it is, I love your art. Yes, that's a Chiburashka doll. Let's see.
It's a white one
though. Here's a last minute one. Last minute love line submission. I lost my virginity to a 22-year-old woman when I was 14. She was married to a guy who was overseas. I was a nerdy, barely pubescent boy, but she was quite drunk and immature in her own right. Some friends I told this story to would try to tell me I was raped, which, like, maybe they have a point. I'm now 22 myself, and the thought of fucking a 14-year-old is grotesque and reprehensible, but I would be lying if I said I felt any trauma from the incident. Oops, sent that incomplete, but what's the verdict? Am I a brave survivor, or did I just luck out as a horny teen? I think
you lucked out.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you have some, like, sort of subconscious problems that'll reemerge later in life, but I think people have different thresholds for trauma, and that's also fine.
Yeah, and I think you answered your own question. If you don't feel traumatized, then you're not traumatized. And she did a pretty creepy and shitty thing, but it's probably fine. And you've clearly moved on with your life. And it's good that you don't want to fuck 14-year-olds. Mazel, we commend you.
Mazel tov.
Yeah. So I guess that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can wrap it up.
DFW, not overrated, a tragic Piscean genius like myself.
Who's DFW?
David Foster.
Oh yeah,
Wallace.
I love him. I thought they were saying Diane von Furstenberg. What?
I assume they're saying DFW. Okay, we're gonna go. Thank you. Hey, no problem. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Who said I have... Oh, I'm not going to say that. I'm a Leo Virgo cusp. Thank you, and we'll see you in hell, and we'll do this again. I'm disappointed that none of you gave me $2,000 to $5,000 to show my tits, because I would have done it.
Maybe next time.
Yes. We'll see you in hell.
All right. Bye.
That's fine.